full and intense and really impact. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have the Benromach Hermitage Vintage 2005, bottle 2014, 45% ABV here on my cask. It's a quite young whiskey, 9 years old, but it's dark. It's really dark. And why? Well, they matured it in first fill ex-bourbon casks, and then they finished it for 27 months, so more than 2 years, in French wine casks from the region Hermitage. Well, Hermitage, it's the northern Rhone Valley, 100 kilometers south of Lyon. There is the Appellation Contrôlée d'Hermitage. Well, there's 3 subregions, and all are situated around a mountain. And this is it's called, I looked it up in the dictionary, it's called an outlier. So it's a singular mountain in front of the of the chain of mountains. And the Rhone, the river Rhone, is going around this outlier mountain. And on those steep slopes of the mountain, well, the sun impacts the grapes very intense. And there they grew grapes already in the Roman Empire, 100 years in our calendar. Well, there is a small leaflet comes with the bottle, and here they say which cask they used, especially from the Hermitage region. And the Hermitage region is famous for its white and red wines as well. And they used Syrah casks, so red wine. And those, well, long maturation period in those wine casks brings this dark color to the whiskey. And the taste. Pour yourself a dram as the whiskey slips into your glass. Observe its rich ruby red color. Well, it's definitely a red tone in it. Imparted by oak casks that once nurtured wine from the Hermitage Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée in the northern Rhone region of France, famed for the Syrah grape. Lift your glass and take in the aroma with water, swirl your dram around and enjoy those scents of summer. Blah, blah, blah. Sweet summer fruits, well, refreshing red apples and zesty lemon and lime. A touch of vanilla emerges and cinnamon notes develop, underlined by a touch of peat smoke and a peppermint edge. Now take a sip. The taste without water is sweet and bursting with intense fruit. Succulent dark sherry and orange, sharper kiwi and gooseberry. And these combine wonderfully with creamy milk chocolate and a gentle smoky edge smoke. Wow! Now enjoy the aroma with water, nose your dram, and you may detect lime and grapefruit at first, with hints of delicious toasted malt and sweet vanilla with eucalyptus notes in the background. Long and fruity aftertaste with a hint of smoke. This is the difference between Benromach and other Speyside distilleries. They use for their regular bottlings or regular distillations some smoke in the whiskey, in the barley. So they dry their barley above a fire which contains a decent amount of smoke. I have a sample of this whiskey from Whiskey Fair, so I do not have to open the full bottle. Wonderful, light red, like a red ruby port. But it might come from the French wood, probably Limousin oak, which was used for the maturation or for the barrique maturation of Syrah wine. Syrah grapes. Full and intense, and really impact with a little smoke. The smoke is not that intense that it covers the rest of the aromas. It's just 5, 7, 8 ppm. So it brings a little bit more complexity in the whiskey, and the fruitiness and the sweetness still there. Lime and limette, no, not yet. Summer fruits, yes. Peppermint. They say eucalyptus, but for me it's peppermint. Cinnamon, I'm afraid not. Very intense, very strong. So for a 9-year-old whiskey, this is no age statement. No age statement whiskey. It has an age statement, but it's young. But it's so full and so aroma laden because they used the best first fill ex-bourbon cask and then did the finishing with those French wine casks. So they put everything in this whiskey in a short time they were able to. Wonderful. In the beginning, quite weak, and then impact from the oak. No bitterness, a spiciness, a mild spiciness, a complex spiciness, and this fruitiness, those sherries, dark sherries, black sherries, probably a hint of oranges, but it's not bitter enough. No, more of those kiwi or gooseberry. A little sweeter. A long, long aftertaste. Probably a little milk chocolate. You do not have to mature a whiskey for decades to be a very good whiskey. This one is only aged for 9 years. If you're doing everything the right way, then a 9-year-old whiskey is really, really excellent. 45% ABV. So give the customer a little more so that the ABV can compete with the aroma from the cask, from the oak. And this faint smokiness. Wonderful complex. Yeah. There are only 4,200 bottles available worldwide, but I think there are more. We've seen already Sassiskaya and Sauterne finish and whatever we've seen from Benromach already. So I think there will be more wine finished whiskies available soon. Real soon now, how they say always, on the market. So this is Benromach Distillery is owned by Gordon MacPhail, an independent bottler, and they know how to bottle whiskey, how to mature whiskey. And so they did everything the right way for this bottle. Thank you very much for watching. There's more to come. Tomorrow we will have another Benromach here on my cask, and feel free to share your thoughts and your tasting comments of this bottle in our whiskey database on Whisky.com.